If she says these 12 things, it's a clear sign that you should walk away for your own good. Trust me, it's important. Hey, I'm James, and today we're diving into some powerful life lessons from Stoicism. We're going to focus on how to protect your peace, because staying calm and centered is one of the highest goals in Stoic philosophy. That's exactly what we'll explore today. Have you ever felt confused or hurt by things your partner says? Well, if she says any of these 12 things, it's a strong sign that it's time to put yourself first and leave. We're talking about 12 red flags that show a lack of respect and appreciation. Ready to take control of your life and make sure you're with someone who truly values you? Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe if you're ready to transform how you handle relationships using the power of Stoicism. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger, more meaningful connections. Let's start with a common red flag. If a woman says, "I don't need a man," that's something you shouldn't overlook. At first, it might sound like she's just being independent, but there's often a bigger issue behind it. She may not appreciate you or the part you play in her life. In any relationship, it's not just about wanting to feel valued. It's a basic need. When she says this, it's a hint that she might not see or respect the efforts and support you bring to the table. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you stay in a relationship where you feel unappreciated, it's only a matter of time before unhappiness and dissatisfaction take over. One of the core parts of being a man is the desire to be needed. You naturally want to provide, protect, and support your partner. This isn't about making someone dependent on you, but about playing your role in a balanced partnership. If she says she doesn't need you, it's a red flag that she won't allow you to fulfill these roles. This can leave you feeling unimportant and unnecessary, which eventually chips away at your self-worth. In line with Stoic beliefs, everyone should aim to live a life of purpose and contribution. A healthy relationship works like a team. Both partners support and rely on each other to keep things balanced. But if she doesn't need you, the relationship becomes unbalanced, and that can harm your mental and emotional well-being. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." But in a relationship where you're not valued, the suffering is very real. That's why it's so important to recognize this warning sign and have the courage to leave. By doing so, you're not only protecting your self-respect, but also opening the door for someone who truly values and appreciates you. This Stoic perspective reminds us that our happiness comes from making wise choices about who we let into our lives. Walking away from a relationship where you're not valued isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of bravery. It's about protecting yourself and taking a step toward true happiness. Remember, Stoicism teaches the importance of mutual respect and support in relationships. By understanding Stoic principles and using them in your daily life, you can make better decisions that lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Always remember, you deserve a partner who recognizes your worth, values your contributions, and helps create a healthy, supportive, and meaningful relationship. If she says, "My friends are more important," it's a big clue you need to pay attention to. This tells you where her priorities lie, and sadly, you're not at the top of that list. In a healthy relationship, both partners should make each other a priority, creating a strong and supportive bond. Sure, friendships are important, but your partner should see you as their closest companion and someone they trust most. When she constantly puts her friends above you, it's a sign of disrespect and a lack of commitment to the relationship. Ask yourself, is it really worth staying in a situation where you always feel like you're coming in second place? The Stoic mindset teaches us to recognize our own worth and never settle for less than we deserve. Walking away from a relationship where you're not valued isn't just brave. It's a vital step for your happiness and well-being. What do you think? If you agree, drop a comment saying "I agree" so we can connect with others who feel the same way. Remember, a fulfilling relationship is built on respect, love, and both people putting each other first. If she's not willing to make you a priority, then it's time to move on and find someone who will. Respect yourself enough to walk away and find a partner who truly values and puts you first. This will ensure your happiness and emotional health in the long run. When a woman tells you, "You need to change," it's a major red flag. This kind of statement shows that she's not accepting you for who you are. Instead, she's trying to mold you into her idea of the perfect partner, and that's not a healthy dynamic. You deserve to be loved and appreciated for who you truly are, not shaped into someone else's fantasy. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." If she's always asking you to change, it's a sign that she's not in love with the real you, but with a made-up version she has in her mind. This lack of acceptance can chip away at your sense of self. Think about who you are, your personality, your strengths, and even your flaws. A partner who truly loves you will accept and cherish all these parts of you. They won't try to change you into someone else. When she insists that you need to change, it's like saying you're not good enough as you are. Over time, this can lead to feelings of inadequacy and hurt your self-esteem. Everyone deserves a partner who loves them for their true self, without conditions. Let's put this into perspective. Imagine you have a colleague at work who is always trying to change the way you do things. At first, you might try to go along with it, but eventually, that constant pressure can drain you and make you doubt yourself. The same thing happens in a relationship when your partner is always pushing you to change. It can wear you down and make you question your worth. So why stay in a relationship where you're not appreciated for who you truly are? Ask yourself, how would it feel to be in a relationship where you're valued just as you are? Isn't it so much more fulfilling to be with someone who sees the real you and loves you for it? These are important questions to reflect on when thinking about the health of your relationship. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to understand our worth and never settle for less than we deserve. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you constantly allow someone to criticize you or push you to change, your mind will eventually be filled with self-doubt. Instead, embrace the wisdom of Stoicism by recognizing that you deserve to be with someone who accepts you just as you are. Walking away from a relationship where you're not accepted is an act of self-care and courage. It's vital for your happiness and overall well-being. Your happiness and self-worth are far too important to compromise. You need a partner who loves you for who you truly are and supports your personal growth without trying to change your core identity. By doing this, you can find a relationship that aligns with the Stoic principles and brings true fulfillment. When a woman tells you, "I'm not ready for a relationship," it's a serious red flag. This isn't just a casual comment, it signals a big mismatch in your relationship goals. Whether it's because of her other priorities, unresolved emotional issues, or simply not seeing a future with you, it shows she's not willing to put in the effort a meaningful relationship needs. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Staying in a relationship with someone who isn't ready will only lead to disappointment and wasted time. Think about what you really want in a partner. You deserve someone who's just as excited and committed to the relationship as you are. If she's telling you she's not ready, she's not fully invested in you or the relationship. Waiting for her to change her mind is a waste of your time. A successful relationship requires both partners to be ready, willing to share their lives, support each other, and grow together. Ask yourself this: do you want to be with someone who isn't ready to put in the same level of effort you are? If your answer is yes, comment yes. If your answer is no, comment no. Seneca wisely said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." In relationships, if you're constantly craving a deeper commitment from someone who isn't ready, it will only leave you feeling empty and frustrated. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in all the busyness and distractions, which can make us miss important signs in our relationships. But recognizing these red flags and acting on them is crucial for your happiness. If she's not ready to commit, you need to respect yourself enough to walk away. You deserve someone who values you and is just as excited to build a future together. Waiting around for someone to be ready only delays your own happiness and messes with your peace of mind. So when she tells you she's not ready for a relationship, take it seriously. Don't ignore it or hope it will change. Don't settle for someone who isn't willing to commit. Respect yourself by looking for a partner who is ready to invest in a future with you. This not only protects your happiness, but also follows the Stoic ideas of self-respect and living with purpose. When she tells you, you don't make enough money, that's a major warning sign that shouldn't be ignored. This shows she's placing more value on material wealth than on your character and the effort you put into the relationship. By focusing on your income, she's not appreciating the real you. She's only looking at what you can provide financially. This could mean her interest is more about what you can offer materially rather than who you are as a person. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." In relationships, this craving can show up in unhealthy ways, like valuing money over genuine connection. Think about it. You work hard, you do your best, and you should be valued for more than just what's in your wallet. When a woman tells you that you don't make enough money, she's basically saying your worth is tied to your earnings. This can leave you feeling inadequate and unappreciated, but you deserve someone who values your efforts, your morals, and who you are as a person, qualities that last much longer than any paycheck. Money comes and goes, but the traits that make you a good person are what truly matter. Now imagine if your entire value in a relationship was judged by how much you make. Wouldn't that take away from the mutual respect and support that should be the foundation of a healthy relationship? If she can't see beyond your income, she's missing out on the real, important parts of who you are. Stoicism teaches us a powerful lesson. Our true value comes from within, not from what we own or how much we earn. In today's world, it's so easy to get swept up in chasing material success, but real happiness, according to Stoic philosophy, comes from being appreciated for who we are, not for what we have. When you think about it, you deserve a partner who values your character, your kindness, and everything that makes you unique, not someone who measures your worth by money. Your happiness and self-respect are way more important than any financial standard someone tries to impose on you. So, when she says you don't make enough money, it's a sign that you should take a step back and rethink the relationship. A strong, healthy partnership should be built on respect, support, and love. Things that can't be bought or measured by a paycheck. Walking away from someone who only sees your income and not your true value is a brave and respectful decision. You deserve someone who values you for the person you are and is ready to build a life together based on shared values and real support. By doing this, you're living in line with Stoic principles, ensuring a happier, more fulfilling life. Remember, your self-worth is priceless, far beyond any amount of money. Now let's talk about something that might sting a bit when you hear it. I don't have time for you. Honestly, hearing this should hit you like a red flag. It's a sign that something's off. A relationship is supposed to be a two-way street. Both partners should put in effort, time, and energy into making it work. And when one side starts saying they don't have time for the other, it sends a loud message that your needs, your presence, and your feelings aren't a priority. Let me ask you, have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you're always the one reaching out, the one planning the dates, the one making the effort? And no matter how much you do, she's too busy. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to pause and take a step back. Think about it. Relationships are about balance. They're not just about being there during the good times, but also being there in the moments that require attention, love, and care. If she truly values you, she will make time. It's not about finding time, but about making it, carving out moments in a busy life to nurture what matters. In the perspective of Stoicism, this principle becomes crystal clear. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, reminds us to value our time because it's the one thing we can never get back. Time is a river, he said, and once it flows past, it's gone. So, if someone is constantly telling you that they're too busy for you, you need to ask yourself, is this person truly valuing my time? Am I spending my energy on someone who, in the grand scheme, doesn't appreciate my presence enough to make room for me? Here's the thing. Stoics teach us to be intentional about how we use our time and where we invest our energy. If someone keeps telling you that they don't have time for you, then ask yourself if this relationship is truly helping you grow, emotionally and mentally. Are you spending time with someone who aligns with your values and brings you peace? Or are you pouring energy into someone who doesn't make you feel seen or valued? Imagine a plant. You can't expect it to grow if you never water it. Relationships are the same way. Without time, attention, and care, the bond can't thrive. So don't be afraid to ask for the time you deserve. But if the response continues to be, "I don't have time for you," then maybe it's time to reconsider where you're investing your efforts. Remember, Stoicism is all about control. You can't control how someone else spends their time, but you can control how much of yours you're willing to give. And you deserve someone who sees your worth enough to make the time. Don't let your own peace and growth be sacrificed because someone else can't manage their schedule, or worse, can't manage their priorities. All right, before we jump back in, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button. It helps YouTube share this with more men who need it, and it keeps the content coming. It's quick, free, and it makes a real difference. Thanks. Let's get back to it. Now, if she tells you, "I don't trust you," that's a serious red flag. Trust is the foundation of every strong relationship. Without trust, everything becomes shaky. When someone doesn't trust you, they are always doubting your actions, leading to constant suspicion, arguments, and accusations. You'll feel like you have to constantly prove yourself, which can be exhausting and unhealthy. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." The same goes for trust in relationships. It's not about big, dramatic gestures, but about the simple, everyday belief in each other. A relationship rich in trust is built on mutual respect and confidence in each other's character. Think about it. Trust is all about feeling safe with your partner, knowing they have faith in you and will stand by your side. If she can't trust you, the relationship will never have the peace or stability it needs to grow. You deserve someone who believes in your honesty and gives you the benefit of the doubt. If she's always checking your phone, questioning your every move, or doubting what you say, that shows a deep lack of respect. It's exhausting to constantly have to defend yourself against baseless accusations. In today's world, relationships face all kinds of challenges, which makes trust even more important. A partner who doesn't see your true value and is always suspicious will never give you the sense of stability and peace you need. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If your mind is always filled with doubt and mistrust, your happiness will take a hit. So, if she tells you she doesn't trust you, take it as a sign to step back and rethink the relationship. You deserve someone who fully trusts you and values the trust you offer in return. Don't waste your time trying to convince someone who doesn't believe in you. It's better to walk away and find someone who shares your values and knows how crucial mutual trust is. This choice is in line with the Stoic mindset, helping you keep your peace of mind and achieve true happiness. Now, when a woman keeps telling you, "I'm too good for you," it's a huge red flag you shouldn't ignore. This phrase shows a serious lack of respect and a harmful sense of superiority. Relationships are built on mutual respect and admiration. If someone keeps making you feel like they're better than you, it can chip away at your self-esteem and create an unhealthy balance in the relationship, leaving you feeling less than and undeserving. Stoic philosophy, with its timeless wisdom, teaches us to see our true value and not let anyone make us feel small. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who caused the harm." What he meant is that even when others treat us poorly, the key is to hold on to our dignity and stay true to ourselves. In today's world, where people often look for validation from others, it's even more important to remember these Stoic lessons and recognize our own worth. If someone keeps putting you down, it's crucial to find the strength to leave that relationship. This isn't about getting back at them. It's about protecting your mental health and your sense of self. You should never compromise your self-respect. Staying in a toxic relationship will only hurt your peace of mind. By walking away, you show that you know your worth and that you won't accept disrespect. Bringing Stoic teachings into your life can help you approach relationships with clarity and purpose. It reminds you to protect your dignity, uphold your self-respect, and know when it's time to leave for the sake of your own well-being. Always remember, your inner peace matters more than anything, and no relationship is worth losing your self-worth over. So, if you ever find yourself with someone who repeatedly tells you they're too good for you, listen to this Stoic wisdom, recognize your value, and have the courage to walk away for your own mental peace. Next red flag. When a woman says, "You're too emotional." Think about it for a second. Have you ever been told, "You're too emotional," just for opening up about how you're feeling? I'm sure that kind of statement sticks with you long after it's said, right? It feels dismissive, almost like your feelings, your humanity, are being brushed aside. It's as if you're being told that your emotions don't matter, or worse, that you're not supposed to feel the way you do. This is a subtle yet incredibly damaging comment. It may seem harmless at first, like a quick remark to shut down an uncomfortable conversation. But the truth is, it cuts deeper than you might realize. It undermines your emotional reality and implies that there's something wrong with expressing how you truly feel. We've all been there at some point, where we open up about something important to us, only to have it dismissed as overreacting or being too sensitive. But here's the thing, emotions are a part of who we are, and in a healthy relationship, they should be recognized and validated, not minimized or ignored. Now let's bring this back to Stoicism. You might be thinking, but wait, doesn't Stoicism teach us to control our emotions, to not get swept away by them? And you're right. Stoicism teaches us to approach emotions with awareness, to recognize them, and to avoid letting them control our actions. But, and this is key, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, it's about managing them. There's a huge difference between feeling something deeply and letting that feeling dictate our behavior in a way that harms ourselves or others. It's about balance. In fact, Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And that includes how we think about our emotions. When your partner tells you that you're too emotional, they might be saying more about their own inability to connect with or understand your feelings than anything about your emotional state. Maybe they're uncomfortable with vulnerability, or simply don't know how to process emotions themselves. But that doesn't give them the right to make you feel less for expressing yours. You're human. You're allowed to feel. And in a relationship, there should be space for both people to share their emotions, whether it's joy, sadness, frustration, or even excitement. Without that, the relationship lacks the foundation of emotional connection and support. Think about this. In a truly supportive partnership, both people should be able to share their feelings without fear of judgment. If you're constantly being told that you're too emotional, it's a sign that something's not right. It's a sign that your emotional needs aren't being met, and that can lead to feelings of isolation and frustration over time. If you're made to feel like you're too much, ask yourself, why are you settling for someone who doesn't accept all of you? The Stoic perspective here is about recognizing what you can control. You can't control how someone reacts to your emotions, but you can control how much you let that behavior affect your sense of self-worth. In a healthy relationship, there's room for emotional expression, your emotional expression. And if someone can't accept that, then maybe it's time to reevaluate whether that relationship aligns with your mental and emotional well-being. At the end of the day, being in a partnership should bring you peace, not cause you to question your emotions or doubt your worth. So, if you're hearing this phrase over and over, don't let it get to you. Instead, take a step back and think, are my feelings being valued? If not, it's time to trust yourself and your worth. You deserve someone who sees you for who you truly are, not someone who tells you to suppress your emotions for the sake of convenience. When a woman keeps mentioning that she's not over her ex, it's a major red flag. This isn't just a passing comment. It's a sign that she has unresolved feelings and emotional baggage that could seriously hold back your relationship from growing and thriving. Stoicism teaches us the importance of living in the present, not being stuck in the past. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wisely said, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." This reminds us that every day is a new opportunity, and we shouldn't let the past control us. If she's still emotionally tied to her ex, it's like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. It's not going to last. Being with someone who's not emotionally available because they're stuck in the past will only cause confusion, drama, and pain. Think about it. What if you started a new job but kept comparing every new project to your old one? It would make it hard to fully commit, right? Relationships work the same way. If she keeps comparing you to her ex, the new relationship will always be in the shadow of the past. In today's world, it's common for people to carry emotional baggage from previous relationships. Imagine someone starting a new relationship but constantly comparing their new partner to their ex. It creates an unhealthy environment where the new relationship can never truly grow. As a Stoic, your emotional well-being and happiness should always be a top priority. You deserve a partner who's present, emotionally available, and fully invested in building a future with you. If she's still hung up on her ex, it might mean she needs more time to heal and let go of her past. Encourage her to seek closure, but also be mindful of your own needs. A relationship should be a place where both partners can grow together, not a space where one person is still stuck in the past. Being in a relationship with someone who's emotionally unavailable can drain your energy and peace of mind. Ask yourself, how would you feel if you were always being compared to someone from the past? Could you really be happy in that kind of situation? Reflecting on these questions is important, not just for you, but also for others in similar situations. It helps everyone realize they're not alone and encourages healthy conversations about what they truly deserve in a relationship. When you hear the phrase, "You should be more like my friend's boyfriend," it's a huge red flag. Comments like this can quietly chip away at the trust and respect that are so important in any relationship. Over time, they can cause feelings of insecurity and resentment. Stoicism, a philosophy that focuses on self-control and resilience, offers some valuable lessons here. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If a woman keeps comparing you to her friend's boyfriend, it shows she's likely unhappy or has unrealistic expectations. These kinds of comparisons can make you feel like you're never good enough, slowly eroding your confidence and self-worth. In a healthy relationship, both partners should appreciate each other for who they are, not how they stack up against others. Think about how you would feel if, no matter what you did, you were constantly compared to someone else. It can be emotionally exhausting, right? This is where the Stoic mindset can be really helpful. By focusing on your actions and not letting other people's opinions shake your confidence, you can protect your peace of mind and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic, often wrote about the importance of self-awareness and acceptance in his meditations, and that's something we can all apply in our daily lives. Ask yourself, how can you grow and feel truly happy if you're always being told to be someone else? Is it fair to change who you are just to meet someone else's expectations? If these comparisons continue, it's a clear sign that she may not appreciate you for the person you truly are. For your own well-being, it may be time to walk away. This doesn't mean giving up on love. It means finding a partnership where you are valued and loved for who you really are. In a relationship, you deserve respect, appreciation, and unconditional love. So why settle for anything less? As Seneca wisely said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Don't let the fear of being alone keep you stuck in a toxic relationship. In the long run, being with someone who truly values you for who you are will do wonders for your happiness and personal growth. Embrace the Stoic lessons and make the decision to put your mental and emotional well-being first. You deserve a relationship built on respect, appreciation, and mutual admiration, not one full of comparisons and impossible expectations. While navigating this, remember the Stoic principle. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your responses, and your choices. When a woman tells you, "I can do better than you," it's not just a hurtful comment. It's a clear sign of disrespect and a lack of appreciation for everything you bring to the table. Such statements can hurt your self-esteem and make you question your value. This is where Stoicism can help. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This means you can't control what others say or do, but you can control how you react to it. When faced with negativity like this, it's important to recognize that it's toxic behavior. Repeated comments that undermine your worth show that the relationship lacks the respect and appreciation needed for it to thrive. In today's world, it's easy to feel pressured to stay in relationships that aren't good for us. But the Stoic lesson here is clear. Prioritize your mental and emotional health above all else. A healthy relationship should be a source of support, love, and mutual respect, not a place where you feel belittled or unappreciated. You deserve more than that. If your partner continually overlooks your worth and suggests she deserves someone better, it's a huge red flag. You can't ignore this. The Stoic principle of self-respect teaches us to value ourselves and never settle for less than we deserve. In today's fast-paced world, understanding Stoicism can help you face these challenges with grace and strength. It's not about reacting to every little comment or slight, but about holding your head high, maintaining your dignity, and choosing relationships that nourish your soul. Leaving a toxic relationship is tough, but it's a necessary step to protect your emotional health and self-respect. Stoicism teaches us to detach from harmful influences and focus on what we can control, our thoughts and actions. By doing this, we gain the strength to walk away from situations that don't honor our value. Remember, someone who truly loves and respects you would never make you feel inferior. Instead, they would lift you up, celebrate your strengths, and support your personal growth. As you move through your relationships, keep in mind the Stoic lessons that guide you toward inner peace and strength. Don't let anyone else's negative perception of you define your self-worth. Seek out relationships built on mutual respect and genuine appreciation. This isn't just about love, it's a life philosophy that can change how you engage with the world. By valuing yourself and demanding the same respect from others, you create a life full of dignity and fulfillment. So, if you ever hear the words, "I can do better than you," take it as a sign to reevaluate the relationship. If necessary, make the bold choice to walk away for your own well-being. Your journey toward a happy and respectful relationship starts with understanding and applying Stoic life lessons. To wrap up today's video, let's recap. If she says any of these 12 things, it's time to leave immediately for your own well-being. You deserve a partner who values, respects, and appreciates you. Don't ignore the red flags. Your happiness and mental health are the most important things. Take these insights seriously and make choices that lead to a happier, healthier life. What are your thoughts on these red flags? Have you faced similar situations? Share your experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on more Stoic life lessons. Stay strong and stay smart.